Hey, what's up? This is Drake here. I was coming back with another Elden Ring Nightreigne video. I was going to go over Guardian this time. I've got a pretty decent Guardian build. Now, I mean, to be honest, I'm not a big Guardian fan, but I have done several runs with him here lately, and I have grown to like him quite a bit more. I just feel like, FromSoft needs to just give him a little love. Just give him some better scaling on the weapons, because, like, he doesn't have great scaling in anything, really, so you're never going to be like the damage output. But as far as survivability, if you play it right, you will always be the last man standing, and he's definitely the best support character in the game. Like I said, I love seeing a good guardian in my group when I join in, if I'm running a damage build, because then I can just go ham and not have to worry too much, because he's always there. He's got my back, and he's got the best revive in the game. But without further ado, we'll just get into it here. Like, I've got these, like, slot 1, I really like this skill on Guardian. The slowly restores allies HP. It says nearby, but it also does yours for some reason. But yeah, like it says slowly restores while you're at your art active, and what you do is after you pop your ultimate, you hold it. I'll show it in a second. But it restores a lot, and it really works great because he's got one of the few ultimates that'll do a full bar, a 3-bar revive. And also, if you hold it, people revive at half health. If you hold it, you will regen that other half of the health. So not only is it a revive, it's a full revive. And if you hold it during the time that it's regening health, if they're within the circle, they get complete damage immunity. So not even boss attacks can remove that heal from them. So it's one of the best revives, or I would say just the best revive in the game. And like I said, also, it's a good damage opportunity, because if you pop your ultimate and hold it, your teammates can go just as reckless as they want to, and for those 5 or 10 seconds that it lasts, you do not take any damage no matter how many hits you take. So, like I said, best support skill in the game by far, and I found that a lot of people just, I don't know if they don't know it or don't run it, but most of the Guardians I run do not have this relic, and it just makes this ultimate way less valuable without it, in my opinion. Now, I got it with ultimate art gauge +1. I believe that's just a 10% faster regen on it, which is good, because I don't have the best relics. They could be better. Second slot, like I would recommend most people, anyone, especially if you're going into the new Deep of Night mode, hard mode, we're going to have to get together and run these Evergels, or we're not going to have the DPS to clear the bosses. You know what I mean? Because if they've got 50% more HP, we need to be doing 50% more damage. And the ability to stack 5% per Evergel per one you run for the entire team will get you that extra damage you need. And also, running this relic, you bring in a stone sword key with you, so you just got one automatically right off the bat. And if everyone's got it, there's 3 Evergels you run right off the bat without ever even having to search for a key in the first place. And the treasure marked upon the map is usually a chest that contains another stone sword key, usually. So you basically start out with 2. Now, the other one, I do really like the Guardian's Successful Guard sends out shockwaves while ability is active. That just allows you to build up stagger and do damage as you're guarding and taking aggro while your team is dishing out damage. And I kind of really like the HP recovery on Successful Guarding. It just allows, like, if they get any elemental, it's going to go through your shield and you're going to take chip damage. Well, that just kind of counteracts a bit of it. It's not a ludicrous amount of healing, but it is enough that it will keep you from dying from chip damage most of the time. But yeah, that's it. And like I said, I'm not a great guard. I'm not a Guardian main for sure, but this is just kind of the gist of the build. I mean, you want to engage his guarding ability, you just dodge forward ball blocking, and now you can see I'm getting life back as I guard. And one thing I found I didn't know before, like, you don't have to let down your guard to attack. Keep your guard up, attack. Keep your guard up, attack. You know what I mean? Let your stamina regen. Guard, attack, because if you try to do this, and then there's a little delay between letting off a guard and attack, but most of the time you can just straight up attack, and there's such a small window in there that you can take damage that most of the time you won't even take a hit. But yeah, and that's basically it on that. Well, let me change this to back to standard. All right, we'll let him do a little damage to us here. If he can hit us. Come on, dude. And I'll just show the health regen on the Come on, hit me, punk. Quit backstepping and hit me. There you go. But yeah, the life regen on the ultimate art is actually pretty nice. What's up with this dude? He's just not going to attack me. Do I scare you? Alright, we'll go ahead and pop it, but yeah. Do this. Like you say, I'm already back to full health. And as long as you're holding this right here, everyone in the group has immunity and they're getting healing. So, I mean, that's super strong. And if you're in a situation that you don't need it, you don't need to hold it, you just want it for a damage opportunity, you can just pop it and not hold it, and it won't consume all of your ultimate art gauge, so it can regen that much faster. But yeah, I mean, when you play like this, honestly, he feels a whole lot better. I kind of like this playstyle. Like I said, I just wish they would show him a little love, because if your teammates aren't dishing out damage like they should be, it's very hard to carry a team that's not putting out enough DPS with Guardian. Because honestly, in my opinion, you're the support. You're not supposed to be the man up front dishing out all the damage. You're supposed to draw aggro, survive all the attacks. That way your teammates could dish out damage. And like I said, if they're just not putting out the damage they should be, then it just kind of feels bad. And honestly, he doesn't feel great in solo. Like, he's very survivable in solo, but it just takes, especially in beginning levels, it takes so long to clear the enemies, you just feel like you're not getting anywhere. And some enemies, if they got elemental attacks, it just kind of negates the guard. So, you know, there are some enemy types that just don't function well. But anyway, that's about it. That's going over my Guardian build. Like I said, I like it. I enjoy it. And if you get with a good team, it really shows off if you can stay up front, draw aggro while they dish out damage, and, you know, provide them with heals and revives when they need it. It's actually a very, very strong support build. Anyway, that's it. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If I miss anything, want to add anything, add it in the comments, man. I mean, if you like the content, drop a sub. Really helps it out. Helps the channel out. As always, thanks for watching.